This magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. 56. Guys, game situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there.
How you do that?
His 11th touchdown
Fly away.
As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I thought you saw
Kaimi
that.
Fairbairn on for the extra point.
You saw that?
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. He'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, shoot.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught. Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They run with Harris.
Oh, fucking missed.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at
Damn.
the 30.
I believe I fucking missed.
10. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that one's hard to believe. Not something you see every day. A very long run for the big guy.
Normally we see his counterpart, right? The scat back, the guy with the so-called speed. But we saw a little bit of everything there, didn't we? The big, powerful man with the football. He can also stretch it out a little bit in the open field.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's...
Come on, man.
Wait, show me.
That's the apartment. You can put 2 cars right there. Can't let me get one for me.
You say need 5 minutes. 5 minutes of what?
No, you have to get it from me.
I want to see how much. Oh, hold on.
Because 8,000.
Why do you have a small house?
I used to have more money.
Luxury apartments. Why would you sell your other house?
More money.
What did you spend on? When did you spend it on? Horrible.
What? Of course. That one too.
Oh my God, this guy.
This house shouldn't even be this big.
Yes. Hold on.
What?
Yeah, it's apartment.
All these rooms for what?
It's an apartment, Tom. What do you expect?
What do you expect?
Man, what do you have to do? Take a dump or something?
Here. Oh, ew. Ouch. Who wants it to move?
Who would want a Christmas egg that's so old? Because you're on that level. In my Bloxburg, I have no house.
Say bringing in groceries. You don't take a second to do groceries. It takes minutes.
No, it doesn't.
It takes minutes to do groceries.
It takes so long.
If he doesn't trip on the stairs trying to bring in the groceries, it takes minutes. Clumsy kids.
Not me.
Yes,
That was you.
That was like that one time you slipped in the stairs at that school.
And I put a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny.
Hmm?
That wasn't funny.
It kind of was funny at the time.
Yeah, but you went head first into the wall.
Yeah.
You could have jacked up your neck. Could have broke it.
But the way how you fell though. Jeez, Bills. Bills. You're what? Oh, she said phone. I bet she said phone. Hey, this how we still got that hole. We still have it. Sorry. Go back.
You go back.
Ow! What was that? Wait. 8. 16. 8, 60, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, 88, 88, 96.
Oh my God, dude.
Did you just fart?
No.
How do I do this? Can you help me? I'm trying to like. I'm trying to do something. Like, watch out with the pliers right here.
Taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Rose. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Ready? 18 gainer. I got it. Watch it. 3. 218. Chop. Check tight. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 10-2 saw. Come on, come on. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 43. Hey, check 43. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
This playbook is going to be not good for me right now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run on first down. Frederick. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Frederick.
Oh, come on now. I'm doing a fucking normal ass fucking tackle. You telling me this is
and he takes this all the way
right
down to the Bears' 31-yard line.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Oh my God.
Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort.
Why are you acting like I'm missing all these tackles
His
like that?
second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. He's got a first down.
Oh my God, they gave him the dude way over on the left instead of the dude standing in front of him.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Damn, the dude standing right there.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll give it here to his running back. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. To throw on third down. Rose. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That's good for 28 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. To throw on second down. Rose going right side here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw. Rose. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rose. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Rose. And he's got his man on the out route. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Rose. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 19 yards away, as his guys have now moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost.
God, just missed it.
But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get
what is it doing?
the second half, so this is a
Why is it doing that? All I'm trying to do is like that. It's making me like jump to the side or something.
What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
All I'm trying to do is tackle. This dude is like jumping to the opposite side.
First down, King. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Complete to Bryant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Okay.
On first down, Frederick. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
King looking to throw on 2nd down. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rose. He's going to loft one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. 2nd and 15. Going up top. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. They said they gained a first down, and they've been running it well all game long.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. Bryant has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And again this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. King. Dancing. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. King now, operating from the gun. Complete. Smith has it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This is taken at about the 14. Nice job
big
on
boy.
the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over.
That dude didn't want to go down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, why'd you try to spin, pimp?
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Rose.
Oh my God, I'm hitting the wrong button. God damn it.
He goes down.
I hit the wrong button twice.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback sack.
Damn, I thought he was...
And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down
Damn,
the pass
I hit the
rush,
wrong
not
fucking button,
necessarily
man.
just protecting your quarterback.
Big.
But you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half.
Damn.
Now they've got to come up
I hit
with a
the wrong
counter to
button
that
2
and
times.
maybe do something different.
I'm like, why in the hell are you going to throw the ball?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now King on 1st down. Completes it to Benjamin.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to throw. King. Benjamin's got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he's running the ball.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Detroit.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, King. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. King. It's complete to Williams. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Cut, I know we're playing his ass.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Check out. He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Back to throw. King. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I hope you take the whole quarter to score.
Second and 5. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 19 yards away. As his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a loose football. The ball comes
they gave me that a
out,
fumble.
and it's scooped up by the Lions.
That's BS. They gave him a fumble on that play. This was a 99 handling on the ball.
Even the great ones.
They won't even let me challenge the play. Oh my God.
They're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts.
Thank you.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body,
Overturn.
that's when the defense
I know this
pokes
dude was
at
down,
it,
man.
swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. You think we're just going
oh my God, I ran right into the dude.
You got
oh my God.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place. So essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll run it on the toss. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Good thing this game ain't close.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's King. Oh,
come on, man.
He'll have a first down past the 40.
That dude is not even slow. That fucking linebacker is not fucking slow.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
That dude is not fucking slow.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. King operating from the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
30 base. 56. Watch the flag.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go, go, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
60 outlaw. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Damn, I'm about to lose this game.
The 50, 30, the 20. But he will not be able to bring it back.
Man, I was about to lose that fucking game, dog.
The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss here will move them back to 500.